Hey, this is Aditya from LightHaven. Today we are going to be going over a knife partner drill. The knife partner drill is based on the defanging of the snake principle. It's also based on your gunting principle. It's a great drill for teaching your live hand what to do. It's a great drill for coordinating your knife hand with your live hand. It's a great drill to work on a bunch of different concepts. There are different ways of doing this drill. I'm going to show you the medium to close range version of doing this drill that involves more of the live hand. Before we begin though, it would mean a lot if you would like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. If you have anything to add to the discussion, if you have your own version of doing this drill, please add that in the comments down below. If you have any questions or requests for future videos, please also add that in the comments down below. All of these things really do help out the school and the channel a lot. Our residential program is up and running, so if you want to come and train with us, live and go out, train with us, check out the link I'm going to leave down below. I'm going to meet 1 with 1, 2 with 2, 3 with 3, 4 with 4 and 5 with 5. So Iraj is going to give me angle 1, I'm going to cut angle 1 with angle 1, angle 2 with angle 2, angle 3 with angle 3, angle 4 with angle 4 with angle 5. I'm going to get out of the way and jam that angle 5, right? Now the issue is I'm too close. So if I'm too close, even if I cut his angle 1 with angle 1, I'm still getting cut. So I'm going to add a parry in there. So as he cuts, I'm going to parry. As he gives me angle 2, I'm going to do jam and parry. As he gives me angle 3, parry, angle 4, parry, angle 5, I'm going to get out of the way. I'm trying to combine my gunting movement, which is my crossing or my scissor movement, with my defanging the snake, which is, I want to take away his ability to hurt me. Yes, that can hurt me, his legs can hurt me, he can headbutt me, but this is the immediate and major threat. This is what's going to kill me, right? I'm going to stab Iraj. Every time Iraj sees me move, he's going to stab me back or cut my body, right? So, I am killing Iraj, but I am also dying every single time, right? So I don't want to do this. I want to survive, essentially. One of the only ways for me to do that is I need to take into cognizance this hand. So I want to attack that hand first. If we're here, we're slightly further away, and Iraj is in his fighting stance. I want to cut that hand first before I go for anything else, because if I reach here, he can reach me. So whether it's me trying to step outside and cut here, whether it's me trying to step in here to cut, or for counter attack, whatever it is, his hand is my first target, should be my first target. This is called defanging the snake. It means I'm taking away the snake's ability to hurt me, right? Taking away his ability to hurt me. There are a couple of different ways of doing this. This drill focuses again on that crossing motion, and you're meeting his angle with the same corresponding angle. So for now, it doesn't matter if your left leg is forward, if your right leg is forward, it doesn't really matter. What does matter though is that Iraj needs to extend towards me. If Iraj keeps his hands tight, I have nothing. And I don't need to do anything because I'm not getting cut. It's because the premise is Iraj is extending to cut me. That's where my parry and my cut is going to come into, in all 5 attacks. So, we're going to start. Iraj is going to give me 1. I'm going to parry and cut to the inside. Making sure that I am parrying by the wrist. All 4 of the parries that are going to be there are going to be on the wrist. 2 is going to be slightly higher on the forearm, but 1, 3 and 4 will be by the wrist. And that's for a very simple reason. Again, another experiment you can do. If I want to move Iraj's arm, Iraj doesn't let me move his arm. It's hard for me to move his arm from the shoulder. He doesn't let me move his arm from the elbow. It's a little bit easier, but still hard. He doesn't let me move his arm from the wrist. With 1 finger, I can move his arm, right? That's because if I want to move Iraj's arm, if I want to move someone's arm, I move it from the wrist. If I want to move their body, that's different. Those are different points. But I want to be parrying by that wrist. Because I parry by that wrist, I have to cut underneath. So make sure it's not this. It's parrying by the wrist and cutting underneath. Iraj is going to give me 1. I'm going to parry and cut from the inside. He's going to give me 2. I'm going to cut and parry. 2 is the only exception where you're not going to be crossing. As he's giving me 2, I'm cutting and parrying. So in everything else, it's a cross. In 2, you're following. So I cut and parry. So one more time, he gives me 1, cut and parry, right? I'm jamming this. Now, he gives me 3. I'm going to parry this across my body. It's important that I don't do this. I'm not just trying to take this across my body because it's going to cut my belly. As I'm trying to push this towards his body as it goes through. So don't just drag this across your belly. Push it away from you and drag it across your belly. Again, I am working on that wrist. That means that my knife is going to be above. So 1, cut and parry, 2, cut and parry, 3, cut and parry. 4, now see how my hands are crossed. 4 is just going to be an opening. He cuts again. I'm not just taking this to the side because it's going to go across my belly. This pushes to his body as it goes across. I am not trying to stop his hand. I'm not trying to put a block or I'm not trying to put resistance in front of the hand to stop it in its tracks. I'm trying to help it along its way. However, I'm trying to push it away from my body as it's going on its path. So I'm not looking to block this way or block this way. I'm looking to help it along its path. Again, I'm not saying one thing is better than the other. Just for the context of this drill, we're helping things along the path. 2 can be a bit of a jam, but we'll talk about that in a bit. So again, 1, cut and parry, 2, cut and parry, 3, cut and parry, 4, I'm meeting it with the opening, cut and parry. Now 5, as he's thrusting, there are many ways of doing this. I can go back to the same, I can do this again, but for 5, I want to meet 5 with sort of 5 as well. So I want to get my body out of the way. I'm going to move offline. As I move offline with the knife, I'm going to jam down. I'm going to be jamming down. Now, right now, you can kneel anywhere, but later on, you want to sort of focus on that thumb. It just hurts a lot more. So again, 1, 2, cut and parry, 3, cut and parry, 4, cut and parry, 5, get offline, jam. Make sure that again, whoever is the feeder, right now Iraj is the feeder, he is extending towards your body. If he doesn't extend towards your body, you have nothing, you cannot do anything. Make sure that you are parrying by the wrist and you're cutting underneath. Make sure 1, 3 and 4, you're not trying to stop this, you're trying to help it along its way. And along its way, it's meeting your knife. So when he gives me 2 and he pushes, I'm not trying to do this, I'm not trying to resist over here, I'm trying to keep pushing, I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to help it on its way. Well, I'm just letting it go on its way without it reaching me. And before that comes that cut. So now if Iraj pushes, I'm just trying to help it on its way without it reaching me. 3, same thing. I'm not trying to stop that. Pushing it to his body as it goes on its way. 4, pushing it to his body as it goes on its way. 5, get out of the way. Jam. Then it's the other person's turn, and so you keep alternating. This is one of the basic knife drills that we have when we are introducing Defanging the Snake and introducing 5 attacks. So you have 5 basic attacks, right? Whether you go reverse diagonal or whether you go horizontal, these are your 5, essentially your 5 basic attacks. You can also do it with footwork, where you step forward with every slash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the person is stepping back. So they're stepping back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then step out of the way. 5. You can do it that way also, or you can do it static. You can also add side steps in here. So when Iraj is slashing me, side stepping. But only do all of these things after you get the basic version of this drill down, and you're able to cut and parry, cut and parry, cut and parry, cut and parry, and jam. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, if you learned from what you saw, please do like and share this video. Please do subscribe to the channel. If you have anything to add to the discussion, leave that in the comments down below. If you have any requests or questions, requests for future videos, please also leave that in the comments down below. All of these things really do help out the school and the channel a lot. Like I said earlier, our residential program is up and running, so if you want to come down to Goa, live with us, train with us over here, check out the link I'm going to leave down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you in the next video.